Looking up with the forecast.
Right, we've got that rain out there, and this is just the beginning of what looks to be a very windy weekend. Also watching those tide levels. They look to come up a bit as we go through the day on a Saturday. Starting off with the radar, we've got the rain. In the most part, some light to moderate rain, some heavier rain back across areas of North Carolina where we have some severe weather just south of Raleigh, Durham. Everything here is working its way off towards the east, but we are tracking the back edge of it. It'll work through here a little bit later on, and here's that area of low pressure spinning around through parts of the Ohio Valley. And once it emerges out over the Atlantic, that's when it will intensify significantly, and it'll be far enough away that we might only get a couple of sprinkles out of it up across the eastern shore. But the big story will be as it strengthens, those winds will really start to intensify, and we're talking about wind gusts that could top 50 miles per hour, especially along the coastline. So notice Futurecast is calling for the showers to end over the next few hours. Certainly by about 11 o'clock we'll start to see some of that clearing. Temperatures still in the 50s through the evening, but later tonight those winds will really start to pick up, and by tomorrow morning already starting the day with wind gusts over 30 miles per hour. Despite the sunshine, notice through the day temperatures only in the 40s, and maybe a little bit of backlash moisture up across the eastern shore. Can't totally rule out a sleet pellet trying to mix in, say, once you get closer to the Maryland border. That would be very, very short-lived. Again, the big story tomorrow, the mostly sunny skies through the afternoon, and those gusty winds, again, gusting out of the northwest, 45, maybe even 50 miles per hour, and a chilly day tomorrow. High temperatures only around 50 degrees. Tomorrow evening, partly cloudy skies. That storm continues to sit and strengthen off the coastline, so coastal areas could see a few more clouds on Saturday, but we're still looking at wind gusts of 30, 35, maybe even 40 miles per hour during the day, and that will lead to a chilly day with temperatures barely getting out of the 40s and reaching 50 degrees. We're officially going about 49 on Saturday, so a chilly weekend. We've got that area of low pressure that'll be strengthening off the coastline, high pressure out towards our west, sort of putting that old squeeze play on us, and what that means are those wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, especially right along the coastline. Now, with those winds gusting, we'll also be watching the water levels going up. Here's tomorrow morning's high tide about 3 feet, 3.4 on Friday. Normally we're around 3 feet. We've got the full moon high tide coming up. But notice as we get into Saturday, we're talking about Saturday evening, some moderate tidal flooding with tide levels coming up to about 5.5 feet. And it looks like the tides will remain high during the day on Sunday as well. So issues with rain, not much of a big deal. A high threat of those winds gusting up to 50 miles per hour. Moderate threat of some tidal flooding through the afternoon, and that high threat again of those gusty winds and the rough surf out on the water. So that'll be the big concern as we go through the weekend. Notice on Sunday, 47 degrees. Chilly, and then we'll hold generally below normal in the low 50s or even some upper 40s to the middle part of next week. And